to make chocolate cake. If you have been getting by with chocolate cake mixes until now, this video on how to make chocolate cake will blow you away. Not only are we sharing a yummy chocolatey dish, we are actually teaching you how to make a fancy one. A flourless chocolate cake, to be specific, is the kind that you find only in fancy bake shops, and in your kitchen too, after you have learned how to make chocolate cake yourself. This chocolate cake is not only flourless, it's actually semi-liquid because of the gooey center. And since it uses bitter chocolate, it's loaded with antioxidants. Dessert that's actually good for you. Imagine that! Here's how to make a flourless, semi-liquid chocolate cake. 1. To make a cake that's enough to serve 6 people, you will need about 1 ounce of semi-sweet or bitter chocolate, 3 whole eggs, 3/4 cups of white granulated sugar, 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. You will also use a pie pan or an 8-inch cake tin for baking. 2. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and grease the cake tin by brushing it with some butter or a nonstick spray. Dust with some cocoa powder so that your cake will be uniformly dark later. 3. Melt the chocolate on the stove using a double boiler. If you don't have one, you can also use a small pan nestled inside a larger pan with some simmering water. You can also melt the chocolate in the microwave. Put it in for a minute or 2 and mix vigorously to make sure that it melts smoothly. 4. Remove the now melted chocolate from the heat and mix in the sugar, the cocoa powder, and the vanilla. 5. In a medium bowl, break the 3 eggs and beat until frothy. Gradually add the eggs into the chocolate batter. Make sure that the chocolate mixture has completely cooled, or else it will cause the egg to cook. 6. Transfer the cake batter to the greased cake tin. 7. Let it bake for approximately 30 minutes in 300 degree Fahrenheit heat. To check for doneness, insert a toothpick about 1/4 inch in and see if it comes out clean. 8. Take out the cake and let it cool in the cake tin for 10 minutes. 9. After this time, take your chocolate cake and turn it onto the cooling rack. It should pop out quite easily because of the cocoa powder dusted at the pan bottom. 10. Cool the chocolate cake completely before cutting. 11. This flourless cake is best served slightly warm with a side of vanilla ice cream. Individual slices can be reheated in the microwave for about 30 seconds before being plated. Because this chocolate cake is already very dense and sweet, it really does not need any frosting. However, if you have a hankering for something creamy and decorative, try using whipped cream as topping instead of the usual buttercream or chocolate icing. You can also go the minimalist route and just slightly sprinkle some confectioner's sugar on top. As you may have noted, our recipe about how to make a chocolate cake calls for a combination of both chocolate bars and cocoa powder. The cocoa powder adds a little bit of texture to the batter, as the particles of cocoa are grittier than chocolate candy bars. If you prefer a very smooth mouthful over a brownie-like feel, you can simply omit the cocoa powder altogether and double the chocolate. Add another 10 minutes to the baking time, though. You can serve this chocolate cake for people on a gluten-free diet. For a special twist to the end of a great meal, serve with some sliced fresh berries in season, like raspberries or strawberries.